to a class that I believe that will make a huge difference in the enjoyment of your life and in your family's life as well. I would like to talk to you about how to stay young your first 100 years. Now, I know what you're already thinking. You're thinking, what do I need to know to stay about 100 years? The title sounds a little bit catchy, but what do I really need to know? It sounds a little bit far-fetched and a little ambitious. Well, it isn't. You and your family need to know what it means to live a long, quality life. Let's look at the facts. In 1900, the average lifespan was 49 years old. Now, there's no question that this was due because people died when they were young, and they didn't have the cures and healthcare that we have today. But that is the point. Every person then did not have a chance to live a long, healthy life. As a matter of fact, today the average lifespan is 77.6 years old and growing. Scientists from the University of Texas reported in 2006 on the Today Show that by the year 2050, there will be over 800,000 Americans that will live over the age of 100 and will probably live to be 150. So what does this mean? This means that your children will need to know more about how to stay young than they will have to know about your inheritance. Because you will probably live well into their retirement, and they won't have the time to worry about your inheritance, assuming that there is some. So yes, this is a topic that you and your family need to know. We don't want to just merely exist on this planet. We want to be able to live, play, and work on this planet. Now, we have a huge group of baby boomers that are moving into the over and 50 stage of life. And this long life is revealing major areas of health concerns that we have. And one thing that is revealing is the devastation of mental illness such as Alzheimer's. Now, this just didn't start. Dementia has been around for a while, but it normally occurs in people that are 70 years or older. We've also seen a huge boost in cosmetic changes. People want to get rid of the wrinkle effect that comes with aging. So we've seen a huge spike in cosmetic surgery. But most importantly, it reveals a huge area of neglect in our structure system. And now, the most common cause of functional disability in persons over 50 years of age is spinal disorder. Wow. Now, how many of you want to live over the age of 50? Okay. And how many of you think your family members want to live to be over the age of 150? Okay. Well, let's use this for an example. What if your home were to be robbed? Someone were to break into your house and take all of your possessions. But I knew when this was going to happen, and I knew who was going to do this horrendous thing. Well, that's how it is. Well, I'm able to tell you when you're going to lose your mobility at a certain stage. Would you just let it happen? Or would you do something to stop it? Of course. If I could tell you who's going to rob your house and at what time, you would definitely do something to prevent it. Let's look at it like this. If we lose our mobility at the age of 65 and live to 105, that is more than 40 years of immobility and pain. Let's look at some facts of some improvements that we've had in healthcare. Let's look at tooth decay. Now, in the past, we've experienced a lot of tooth decay and tooth loss, but because of the preventative care that we have today, people are able to enjoy the pearly whites even more. And also with wrinkles. In 1997, there has been a 465% increase in the total numbers of cosmetic procedures. Wow, that is a huge number of people that are taking care of their wrinkles, the whole effect that comes with aging. That is roughly 12 million cosmetic adjustments due to our desire to stay young. But more importantly than wrinkles and pearly whites is your ability to be able to function and work and play. Your lack of mobility will make you look older than crow's feet will. And for the simple fact that our spine isn't, well, let's just be honest. If our spine were on our face, we would take better care of it. If we no longer have to wait for our teeth to fall out, why should we wait for our back to go out? We have to take preventative steps to make sure that this does not happen. You and your family have to take back your mobility function before you can even get to this point. Take the gamble that you are going to live 50 years past, that you're going to live past 50, and take preventative steps to make sure that your family can continue to work hard, play hard, and live hard. This is why preventative care is so important. This is why preventive care is so important, for the simple fact that there is no such thing as a spine transplant. You can get a new set of teeth, and even with some organs, you can replace those. But you cannot get a spine. You cannot get a spine transplant. You can't put a cap on it. There's no turning back. You can't even get it like new. But let's just be honest. This isn't limited to back pain. In a study of 100,000 or 10,000 adults, 1 in every 3 adults suffer from neck pain. Wow, that is that simple. You can't get a new neck as well. Do you plan on using your neck after the age of 50? Does your family plan on using their necks after the age of 50 without experiencing any kind of pain? 85 in 100 adults will suffer from lower back pain, and 1 in 3 will have neck pain. Those numbers are astronomical simply because everybody waits until they get in pain instead of taking care of the spine before the pain even happens. The key note here is preventative chiropractic care. Let's take a look at what would happen to you and your family if you just let nature take its course. Now here on this chart, the lower numbers represent your age. The numbers on the side represent the full function mobility that you have in your back. Now as we see on the blue line, you will peak at your full function mobility at the age of 23. And then wow, all of a sudden the blue line just drops. By the age of 50, you will only have 50% of the mobility that you had at the age of 23. And then even at the age of 60, you will only have 25% of the mobility that you had at the age of 23. And I know you're asking the question, can this scale be changed? Is it too late? Well, again, if we pull up this chart, and if we look at the red line, again, we see that the full function mobility is around the age of 23, and then it drops dramatically. Well, if we look at the green line represents the preventative care that you would have by taking care of your spine properly. We can see that the green line stretches out, and so instead of your back mobility or your function mobility dropping completely, the line stretches out at around 75% all the way to the age of 70. Wow, that makes a difference. And then it begins to drop a little bit more after that. Now, I know what you're thinking. Some people that's over the age of 50 may think this is kind of conservative. and it's more of a treat. And it actually is, but we have to make sure that we indulge in preventative care. Now, you have already waited till you reach this point of pain management before coming to see us. And that's not a good thing, but it's never too late. Let's do it right now. The first thing you must do is follow through the entire recommendation of care. Now, once you start the care, it is vital that you complete the whole care to make sure that you take care of your skeletal system. You will be tempted to drop out of care as soon as you experience no more back pain, but don't do it. Change the scale. Pain is always the last to show and the first to go. To change the scale, you need to complete all 3 stages of care. The first stage is pain relief. Now, with pain relief, the cause of your pain and other related health problems, this is called subluxation. And subluxation is simply, and this is maybe a reminder for some, but it's simply the misalignment of the vertebrae that is causing nerve interference. It is pinching the nerve. We also refer to it as pinching, feel like we have a pinched nerve, which can impact many areas and organs of the body, causing a dis-ease in ways that you might have never related to back problems. But I have good news. The solution to that, or at least the solution to that, is adjustments. Now, to relieve the pain, we must remove the pressure off the nerve from the spine. The adjustment gradually moves your spine back into alignment and away from the nerve, allowing the body to heal itself. The pain relief stage of recommendation of care is only the beginning of the first step, or phase 1 of care. But do not stop here. Your recommendation takes you through pain relief to stabilization of your pain relief, which leads us to phase 2, stabilization. So after the pain is gone, why do we keep coming back? Simple. Your spine has actually been misaligned for so long, and your body has now accepted the alignment as it being correct. The body, muscles, and spine must be retrained. This takes time. Unless the spine and joints are retrained with adjustments and kept in a proper position for a longer period of time, your body will naturally go right back into the misaligned condition. Why does this take time? Well, can you go to the gym with one visit and get in shape? Can you lift weights one time and enjoy bigger muscles? To get your musculoskeletal system stabilized, it is going to take time and a number of treatments for you that you will need, and you will need all of them. Simple thought. Did the orthodontist straighten your teeth on the first visit? No. You had to wear a retainer for some time in order to make sure that your teeth were back in line to enjoy the pearly whites that they helped you get. Now, stage 3 is our maintenance stage. Once you reach a stabilization condition, we will dismiss you from active care and recommend a preventative health care plan. It will be simple, it will be affordable, but it is essential to changing your mobility scale for your future years. That is what you want, isn't it? You say, well, I knew it. I always heard chiropractors want you to come back for the rest of your life. Well, maybe you're right. And maybe you're right. Have you ever gone to a dentist and they said don't come back until your teeth fall out? Did you ever think that you would get your eyes checked in the 3rd grade and then it was over, no more eye care? In fact, has any doctor ever told you to never come back again and to ignore your health? We don't want you to come in more times than what you have to. But our adjusting rooms are already full. But the purpose of the recommendation of care is to change the mobility